Alrighty, guys, so the CPI data is out. It is worse than expected, and we got to break it down in this video. We're going to also break down the market, stocks, charts, all that good stuff. So let's not waste any time. Cheers, sit back, relax, hit that like button if you guys find value, and let's get into it. So let's take a look here. This is crazy. The Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers increased 1% in May on a seasonally adjusted basis after rising 0.3% in April. So the increase was crazy, from 0.3 to 1%. And over the last 12 months, look at this, the all items index increased 8.6% before the seasonal adjustment. And I believe core inflation, we'll take a look at that in a second. Where is that? The increase was broad-based, with indexes for shelter, gasoline, and food being the largest contributors. After declining in April, the energy index rose 3.9% over the month, while the gasoline index rising 4.1%, and the other major component indexes also increasing. The food index rose 1.2% in May, as the food at home index rose 1.4%. We'll talk more about that here in a second. I do believe here it is. Yeah, the all items less food and energy index rose 6% over the last 12 months. And when we were talking about this yesterday, they were expecting to do, it was expected to be, rather, the estimate was 5.9%. And I believe it was 8.3% for the all items index. So, and it clearly came in higher than that at 8.6%. So inflation came in hotter than expected, no doubt about it. And look at this chart here. I always love looking at this chart when we make these videos, guys. What this shows is the 1 month percent change in CPI for all urban consumers, seasonally adjusted from May 21 to May 22, right? We have last May we did 0.7%. So inflation's been elevated for a while at this point. You know, it hasn't been years, but it's been many months. I mean, this chart right here shows it, right? May 21, 0.7%, June of last year, 0.9%, October, 0.9%, March, we had that huge run up in inflation, the CPI, right? 1.2%. We got a little bit of a drop in April, but now we're back in that 1% range, which is extremely high. So before we talk about the stock market and see how the S&P is reacting, triple Q, individual stocks, let's look at the percent change in CPI based on these different categories. I also love doing this as well. And before we do that, let me make sure you all can see this. I'll make my face a little bit smaller. There we go, guys. So all items, like I said, 8.6%. We said that. Now let's talk about food, energy. Let's see what's going on with vehicles, used, new, trucks, all that good stuff. So food, 1.2%. Food at home, 1.4% increase. Well, I guess I did cover those numbers briefly earlier as well. And annualized, food is up 10%. Food away from home is up 11.9%. Food, or rather, that was food at home is up 11.9%. Food away from home is up 7.4% annualized, and it's not looking like it's slowing down, guys. In fact, food at home and food in general increased month over month. And when it comes to energy in May went up 3.9% in general. In April, it was down 2.7%. Annualized now, energy is at 34%. We have fuel oil up a ridiculous amount, 17% in May. I mean, Jesus, guys, 17%. Annualized, it's at 106%. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, guys. Gas is just going ridiculous right now. Here in Jersey, it's over $5 a gallon, guys. It is unreal. I drive a Toyota Corolla. I've mentioned this before. When I first got the car about 2.5 years ago, it cost me $25 to fill my tank. $25 to fill my tank. 26, 27, something like that. 25, whatever, right? Now it's over $50 to fill my tank. It's crazy, and we're all feeling this. It's 100% real. It's no BS. Energy services in May, 3%. Annualized 16.2%. Let's go down here and look at electricity. Electricity's up. Utility gas service, 8% for May, 30% annualized. New vehicles, oh wow, look at that. New vehicles ticked down a little bit. In April, it was 1.1% growth. May, 1% growth, which is 12.6% annualized. We have used cars and trucks, which went up a decent amount in May there after declining. Wow, look at that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll tell you. Used cars and trucks declined in February, March, and April, but in May, it ended up spiking up 1.8%, and annualized, it's up 16%. And another crazy thing about that Corolla that I just mentioned that I drive, right? That I bought. The car's worth, or when I bought it, it was worth, $12K or something like that, $13K if I recall correctly, and now it might be worth even more than that, which is freaking unbelievable. It's a 2016 Toyota Corolla LE. It's white. It's a nice little car, right? About 75,000, or no, maybe less than that. 70,000 miles. I don't even know. But it might be worth more than what I bought it. At least that's what what's it called? Kelley Blue Book, last I checked, said. And this is just crazy, right? I can literally break even on my car, maybe even make a profit on it. And I've put 40,000, not 40,000, geez, not that many, but like 25, 30,000 miles on it, maybe 20,000, something like that. But either way, what do you guys think? This is crazy stuff. Apparel 0.3% for the month, 2.4% annualized. All right, apparel's 5% annualized, 2.4% is medical care commodities. So before I bore you all, let's dive into these charts. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And is your car situation similar? Could you guys sell your car right now and maybe break even on it or lose just a little bit of money on it? At the end of the day, cars are not assets. Obviously, we all know that at this point. Or maybe, well, I guess if you buy a collectible car, that's different. But the everyday car that you use, it's not an asset. But it's crazy how the market's gone nuts to the point where you could break even on your car, and pretty much drive for free. Obviously, you have insurance, gas, all that stuff. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And now let's look at what is going on in these markets. As expected, inflation, which I just said, came in worse than expected. We have another cliff dive this morning at about 9 a.m. when I'm filming this, as we have 30 minutes left until the opening bell. We have the NASDAQ futures down 1.5%, Dow down 1.1%, S&P futures down 1.3%, and the same for the Russell, down 1.3%. And that's after yesterday we got a complete cliff dive from the midday, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. SPY went down from 411 to about 400, and now look at SPY. SPY's at 395, guys. So from just 1 p.m. on the East Coast yesterday, not even 24 hours ago, 19 hours ago, whatever it is, this thing is down 4%, right? In the past 19 hours. Triple Q is down, let's see here, from roughly 307. Now it's at 294, 293. It is down 4.5% in the past 19 hours. So clearly, guys, this is now collapsing again. We had that little relief rally. It was short-lived. We had that downwards consolidation for a good couple of days. Now we're clearly picking direction again. This is in free fall mode, 100%. And by the looks of it, the next main support now on Triple Q is right around those lows. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It's right around those lows from, a couple weeks ago, and that's around 280, 285. I mean, we're at 295 now. If we get another bad red day or two, just like that, we're going to be at those lows. And SPY, same thing. Let's pull it up. SPY, look at this, guys. This thing is collapsing, free falling, no support in sight other than 380, 385. So that is where this could be going. No doubt about it. And for me, guys, it's not, I actually prefer this, and I'm not surprised at all. I've been saying that, well, a couple weeks ago, I was saying we needed a relief rally, right? We got that relief rally, and now the markets are clearly selling off on a negative catalyst after getting the relief rally. And by the looks of it, it's a falling knife. It does not want to slow down quite yet. We shall see what happens. But if this does end up taking the lows out, SPY, Triple Q, we get way more red in the markets. I'm kind of for it. Cheers to that. I'm kind of for it because I do want to buy more individual stocks that I have been saying on this channel, right, and on Patreon as well. And I want to buy more of the S&P 500 ETF at a lower price. Who wouldn't? Why wouldn't you? If you buy these at lower prices, that means you're getting closer to your financial goals, right? Is that not what we all want at the end of the day? We want to be financially independent. We want to build wealth long term. So if we're looking at VOO, S&P 500 ETF, where's a better place to buy it? $440 or $200, $240, right? Clearly, lower is better because long term, we all know what's going to happen. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to end up, at least in my opinion, you guys might disagree, but long term I think we'll be good. And buying at lower prices is what I want to do. I've said Facebook, or now Meta. Sorry, guys. Officially Meta now. This, if it goes under 170, I'll be buying more. If Google goes under 2,000, I'll be buying more Google at that point in time. And let's see some big tech names quickly before we wrap this video up. Look at Tesla, guys. Tesla faked us out big time the other day. It went all the way to about almost 800. But no cigar, guys. It did not break 800. Now we're back to 700 flat. We might even take out 700. So this Tesla, if it goes down to 600, under 600, I would actually consider at that point more as a trade because we know the crazy violent rallies that Tesla could go on. So I'm keeping a good amount of cash right now. It looks like we're back on risk-off mode, selling off like crazy. And you guys know this won't last long. We're going to potentially sell off for a couple days, maybe a week or two, whatever. But then we're going to end up getting another relief rally. We're not there yet, obviously, but make sure to subscribe because we'll be breaking down these markets every day. And I'll give you my thoughts as always and kind of what I'm up to. And if you guys join my Patreon, if you want to check it out, that's linked down below. I make these morning videos every day on Patreon. I also post my moves, buys, sells. I do call outs there. Pretty much if you want to know everything I'm doing in real time, long-term investments, options, that's on Patreon, link down below, or you can go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 5 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit, and you guys can get some free money from Webull. All of that is linked down below. And with that being said, good luck in these markets, guys. I'm going to say that to myself as well. We're all going to need it. This is crazy. These are crazy times. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Peace out.